I always like to start with an amazing fact. Who do you think was the most notorious pirate in history? People say Blackbeard and Captain Kidd and a number of others that might be. I think there's one called Bluebeard and all kinds of different pirates. But actually, one of the most successful pirates was a woman. And she was, her name was Qing Shi. She actually started out as a prostitute. And when her brothel that was on a ship was raided by pirates, the captain of this band of pirates eventually took her as his wife. Turns out she was a very innovative, bright, clever, calculating woman. He started to entrust her with more and more power. She was good at organization. And when he died about 8 years later, the fleet of pirate ships fell into her hands. And through her management and her rules, it grew until it had nearly 500 ships. Now, some of these were little Chinese junks. Some of them were much bigger. At the peak of her piracy, she had 50,000 people working for her, men, women, and children. And she was ruling the South China Sea. She engaged in battle with Great Britain and the Portuguese and the Qing dynasty and many others. And she was very clever. When she realized things were turning against her politically, she negotiated amnesty. She had so much wealth from plundering all these other ships. And everyone feared her because she had very stern rules how the pirates were to operate. There was a code that they lived by. You misbehave, they might tie cannonballs to your feet and throw you overboard. If you desert, they'd cut off your ears. If you disobeyed a direct order, you were beheaded. Whenever they gathered any treasure, they all put it in the central place, and it was carefully parceled out and chronicled. And when she decided that things might not go on forever, she negotiated amnesty with the Chinese government. They let her and all of her pirates go free. She got to keep her wealth, and she retired in Canton and opened a brothel, died in 1844. She was made rich by plundering others. Prostitute turned pirate. Fits well. She managed what they called the Red Flag Fleet, which is appropriate. Makes you think about a prophecy that you find in Revelation 17. It's called the Scarlet Harlot, this woman that also plunders the nations. You can read about the fall of Babylon and all the wealth of Babylon in chapter 17, chapter 19 of Revelation.